Rolling America from Gamewright is a super fun dice rolling game that I bought for my son. This game says it's for ages 8 plus, but I've played this game with my son since he was probably about 5 years old. It just depends on your kiddo. So in this game, players are going to take turns trying to fill up their map with the different dice. So all of these dice will go in the bag, and during your turn, you will draw out two random dice and then roll them. And whatever amount you get on the dice is what you have to write down in that region of your map. This is a game that I just got done playing with my son. This was my game board. So I would need to write a 6 somewhere in the blue region and write the 4 somewhere in the purple region. Now, there are a couple rules that you have to keep into consideration, such as the neighboring state rule, stating that any surrounding state cannot be more than plus or minus the value 1 from its next neighbor. So I would not be able to put like a 4 in this space because it has a neighbor of 6. So this is kind of like a puzzly game trying to figure out where you can place each of these numbers. Now, there are special abilities that allow you to change the color of a dice 3 times during the game to be able to fit it in somewhere else. 3 times during the game, you can duplicate one of your dice and write its value down twice. And then 3 times during the game, you can guard a number. And what that looks like is these circled numbers. So these circled numbers are guarded, and that means that they do not have to follow the neighboring state rule. And that's why this 5 can be next to this 1 because it's guarded. Once you keep going through the rounds, this game is played over 8 rounds. Once you get farther in the game, it does get a little more difficult to try to add in your numbers to different states. And that's where you get these X's, places where the right numbers weren't rolled, or places like here where with the states that are neighboring it, there's no solution to be put here. At the end of the game, everyone adds up how many X's they have. I had 8. And whoever has the least amount of X's wins. So in this case, my son won because he only had 6 X's. Now, I really like this game because not only is it, first off, a super quick game, it doesn't take up a lot of room. It's really easy to learn, but also getting my 7-year-old to write is sometimes a hassle. And especially with such a small piece of paper, he was still able to do a good job at staying in each date. And I love that extra practice of writing. There is also a solo variant of this game, so kids can play independently if they would like. And then I would assume that any number of people could play this game. You get a giant pad of these maps. It comes in a nice small box that makes it really easy to just toss in your purse, toss wherever, and then take it with you. And it says it takes about 15 minutes. I'd say it probably took us about 15 to 20 minutes. It's not a super long game, but it is a super fun game.